I heard all the spiritual baddies are finally learning about human design, so I wanted to put you on so you don't get left behind, sis. I'm gonna keep it real simple and easy to understand because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, human design is deep. You're gonna see yourself, you're gonna have to do some shadow work, and you have to be ready to see yourself that deeply and be able to see other people that deeply. However, if you are ready, I'm gonna just keep it short, simple, and cute on the basics and the fundamentals that you need to know about human design going into this new timeline. That was a bar. First things first, if you don't even know what your human design type is, I would highly recommend typing your exact time, place, and date of birth into a human design calculator and going ahead and pulling up what you are, because the top 3 things that you're going to want to know is what type you are, whether you're a manifesting generator, projector, reflector, or manifester. Then you want to know your authority. Your authority is going to be based on your human design type. And then you want to know your strategy. Okay? Type, strategy, authority. Got it? Good. I already know my astrology. Why do I need to know human design? Because human design uses your astrological natal chart to give you a deeper dive into your gates and your centers. And I'm not even about to talk about all what that is right now, but just do it, okay? Or don't. I'm not your mama. So when you first get your chart, don't try to find out all the little nitty gritty details like your digestion and your signature and your not something. All that stuff is cool to know, but I'm gonna say this one more time and maybe again later. But type, strategy, and authority. Those are the big 3. Focus on your type, strategy, and authority. Everything else will come to you naturally in time, but focus on your type, strategy, and authority before you focus on anything else, okay? Okay. Here's why. Your type tells you how you naturally exude energy. So if you are a manifesting generator, then you're going to be someone who exudes energy all the time, very fast paced, and you're always doing things here, da 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 da. But if you're a projector, a manifester, or a reflector, good luck. Good luck trying to keep up with a manifesting generator. You're going to be tired. You're going to be burnt out. You're going to be wondering, well, why doesn't it work for me like it works? Because you're operating in your wrong energy type. So figure out your energy type first. Second is your strategy. Your strategy is going to tell you how to work with your type. So as generators or manifesting generators, strategy is to respond to life. Don't be out here trying to initiate things and start stuff because you're going to be very frustrated. You're going to try to start all these things and Spirit's going to sit you down like, did you wait? Did someone tell you, did you actually feel good about that, or were you just were you moving out of fear? Was it aligned? Like, did you even ask yourself these questions first, or was you just trying to go start stuff? Okay, because you're not a manifester. Sit down. If you are a manifester, by all means, baby, initiate all the things. You get the idea, go initiate. But it's important to know your strategy because you should not be trying to out here be initiating as a generator, right? And then as a manifester, you should not be over here waiting to respond. There's nothing to wait for. Go do it now. Okay? Okay. Last but not least, your authority. Your authority is going to teach you how to work with your centers. Your centers are like les chakras. Okay? So you have a root center just like you have a root chakra. So get in touch. I've been speaking French, y'all, and it's coming out. Get in touch with your authority because, again, as generators, manifesting generators, the authority usually is the sacral. And that can be a primary or a secondary. Again, that's a little bit deeper knowledge, so we're not going to dive too deep into that. But your authority is going to be able to help you with your decision making. So tapping into your authority is going to help you make better decisions, right? Because if your authority is a sacral, then you need to ask yourself yes or no questions and go with the first thought, okay? And if you don't know, then it's not right now. And if you're someone who has a solar plexus authority, then you need to ride your emotional wave, sleep on it, get the information you need, come back to it the next day, and then make your decision when you're neutral. Not when you're super excited or not when you're feeling like the world's about to end. Okay? Okay. One of the biggest mistakes is like I'll start to read someone's chart and they're like, oh, I want to learn about this. I want to learn about this. And all I want to say is don't make it complicated. Okay. Human design is already a complex system. And I tell this to everyone, you're going to be studying it your whole life if you really gang. If you really down and you really want to know about yourself, it's going to be a lifelong study. So pick the top 3. Let's say it again: type, strategy, and authority, and work with those first and then move into the more complex things, your incarnation cross, your signature theme, your all these complex things that you see. You can dive into those later, but study the top 3 first. You know what I'm saying? Study the top 3 first and then move forward. Okay? You know what I was gonna say. Okay. I've been learning French, and okay en français is d'accord. So if you hear me say d'accord, d'accord, d'accord. Anywho, I don't want to be before y'all too long because I really wanted to keep this video short and simple. A lot of people ask, what is human design? Human design is a system that combines different aspects like Kabbalah and quantum physics and I Ching and the chakra system, and these are systems that are going to help you learn the metaphysical properties of yourself and then be able to implement these things that you learn about yourself to better your life and live a life of least resistance, right? We want the path of least resistance. We're not focusing on what's going on out there. We're focused on what's going on in here. So like I said, all the spiritual baddies, they know what's up. They're getting into with their human design. Don't let the train leave you, baby. Get onto it and let it be an experiment. It's not a Bible. It's not something that you have to look at every single day, that you have to abide by every single rule, but tap into it, experiment with it, and let me know what you think. And if you're interested in learning more about the beginner basics of human design, I do have a downloadable e-guide that is completely donation based, which means I'm gonna link in the bio, okay? You click the bio, you can put any amount, and then you receive the digital pamphlet. With that being said, you have no excuse to not learn about human design and to support your girl if you want to, if it's in your heart to. And make sure you check out our series, Revealing Human Design, because we get into some juicy conversations about human design. So check that out. And yeah, I'm out. Peace. But when I wave my wand and I tap you, that means that you are now abundantly well, and in all aspects of your life. So bibbidi bobbidi. I'm about to be on my content game, y'all. I'm done playing.